Hello, greetings to you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching me from. Thank you so much for coming around. Thank you. I can see you in the building, Joyous Joyce. Thank you so much for coming around. How are you doing today and how is your family? Thank you so much for coming around, Joyous Joyce. Uzoma. Okay, so of recent, we talked about cancer. We also talked about diabetes last week. And we've also talked about cholesterol. We've talked about hypertension. And while we were talking about cancer, the issue of plastic came up. Like, is it safe to use plastics? Is it safe to use plastics in the microwave? And I have come to do justice to that particular question. So thank you so much for coming around. Please feel free to like, share the stream. Feel free to like and share the stream. And if you are watching this stream, you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming around. This is Healthy Living with Deborah, where we talk about health issues, health matters, health gist, everything that has to do with health. And we also share motivational tips. Okay, so thank you so much for coming around. Happy weekend to every one of you. Happy weekend to you all. So today we are going to be talking about plastics. Today we are going to be talking about plastics. Joyous Joyce Uzoma, I hope you can hear me. Yeah, I hope you can hear me. So today we'll be talking about plastics. Plastics. So we actually have different types of plastics. So we have plastic chair, plastic table, plastic spoon, plastic plates, a lot of plastics around us. Plastic is a type of product that is well used all over the world. It is well used all over the world. But the essence is this: are there some of these plastics we shouldn't introduce into our microwaves? Are there some of these plastics we shouldn't even reuse in the first place? Okay, thank you so much, Joyous Joyce. Are there some of these plastics that one shouldn't even use again in the first place, because a lot of people use plastics and they try to keep them at home, use them for other things. Some people even introduce them into their microwaves. So is it good to introduce all plastics around you? I'm talking about plastic plates this time around. Is it good to introduce all plastic plates around you into your microwave? Yeah, I can see those amazing thumbs up. Thank you so much for those amazing thumbs up. So is it good to introduce these plastic plates, all plastic plates, into your microwave? That is what we really want to talk about this afternoon. And we've talking about cholesterol. So please, if you are yet to watch that video, you could check on it. We've talked about diabetes last week. So if you would love to watch the video, you could check on it. And if we also talked about cancer 2 weeks ago, and you could also try to check on that video. They are all informative, they are all educative. So let's help one another, let's encourage one another to live healthy, to embrace healthy lifestyle, so that we can live long together, we can live long. So today, like I said, I'll be going right to plastics. I'll be going straight away to plastics. So now it will amaze you to know that around 2 million plastic bottles are bought every 5 minutes all over the world. Like all over the world, every 5 minutes, someone is buying plastic. It's either it's a plastic plate, or it's a plastic spoon, or is a bottle water, water in the plastic. So every 5 minutes, around 2 million plastics are actually bought all over the entire world. And 1 million plastic cups are used in, even in flights. Before this, before the COVID started, about 1 million plastics are used in airline flights in the United States every 6 hours. Did you just hear me? Not even every day. No, Every 6 hours, 1 million plastic cups are used in airline flights in the United States every 6 hours. And with this number, without question, plastic is one of the most consumed products all over the world. Plastic is one of the most consumed products all over the world. So, however, new research actually shows that plastics are slowly killing people without them knowing. Yes, research shows that plastics are slowly killing people without them knowing. So, it is pertinent for you when you buy a plastic, it is pertinent for you to take a look at the bottom of the packaging and then check for the symbol of the plastic. Yes, check the symbol of the plastic, check the bottom of the plastic. Just take a look at the bottom of the packaging and check the symbol of the plastic, or you check the number of the plastic. Is that all right? So at the bottom of the bottle, hey, Sarah K Kitchen, thank you so much for coming around. Happy weekend to you and to your family. Happy weekend to you, Sarah King Kitchen. So, some weeks ago, we talked about cholesterol, we've talking about blood pressure, we've talking about, we talked about cancer, and last week we talked about diabetes. And while we're taking the topic on cancer, the issue of plastic came up like, is it safe to use plastics? And that is why in this episode I'll be talking about plastics, how plastics are slowly killing people. Is it all plastics that can be introduced into the microwaves? Okay, yeah, happy weekend to you too. So, like I said before, 1 million plastics are used in airline flights in the United States of America within every 6 hours. 6 hours, before the COVID came up and everything got disturbed and distorted. 1 million plastic cups are used. And you begin to wonder, are these cups safe? Are these meant to be reused? Hello, host and everyone. Thank you so much for coming around. Iyangas in Dubai. Thank you. How is your family? How is Dubai today? So today we are talking about plastics, and I said it is pertinent that you look at the bottom of your plastics. Look at the bottom of the packaging, and there's always a symbol at the bottom. Is either you see a symbol with a number written inside it, or you see a symbol with the number or the name of that plastic written under the plastic. And that will actually let you know whether that plastic can be reused, or whether that plastic is to be used once and then you throw it away, or whether that plastic can actually be introduced into your microwave. So let's get started. Please, if you can share me out, kindly share me out, and let's get started. Okay, so at the bottom of the bottle, you will find a triangle. When you buy a plastic at the bottom, I'm not talking about plastic chair this time around or plastic table. I'm talking about your plastic bottle. I've gotten a few plastics around me here. So this is a bottle. I'm talking about plastic bottle. I'm talking about the plastic plate. This plastic plate this time around. So that is what I'll be talking about in this episode. So when you buy a plastic, there's this triangle at the bottom where they write either the name or the number of the plastic. And it's important for you to always check before you reuse that plastic, or before you introduce that plastic into your microwave. It is necessary that you check for the name of the plastic or the number of the plastic. So at the bottom of the plastic, you find a triangle with a number. Yes, you find a triangle with a number which can be anywhere from around number 1 to number 7. And with the symbol you see, you can tell whether the plastic is safe or not. So you check whether the plastic is safe for reuse or not. So let's start right away with number 1. So number 1, I said the number is anywhere around 1 to 7. Number 1 plastic is called PET. So when you see a plastic at the bottom and you find PET or number 1, that is the number 1 type of plastic. Is either you see PET or PETE. Understand? Is that it is PET or PETE. That is the number 1 type of plastic. And that PETE means polyethylene terephthalate. polyethylene terephthalate. That is the meaning of PETE. So that means that that particular bottle you are holding should be used once. Did you just hear me? When you see a plastic with number 1 or PETE, that plastic should be used once, and we're using them to expose people to chemical substances called EPA. So when you use a plastic that has PETE for the second time, you could be exposing yourself gradually to a chemical that is called EPA, and the plastic could possibly emit antimony. That plastic could emit antimony, which is a heavy metal, that can interfere with the hormones of the body. Did you just hear that? So plastics with PETE, when you reuse and reuse and reuse them, you are possibly exposing yourself to antimony. And antimony is a heavy metal that can interact with the hormones in your body. And it is also possible that the plastic is carcinogenic. Did you just hear that? It is possible that the plastic is carcinogenic. So if you have plastics with number 1 in your house or PETE in your house, number 1, you are not meant to reuse them. Number 2, you are not meant to introduce them to your microwaves. Okay, to your microwave. So let me check the number I have here. This is actually for water. Okay, so the number I have here, okay, I have PET. So this is PET. Can you see this? PET. So when you use this plastic, can you see how transparent it is? When you use this plastic, you are meant to squeeze it and throw it in the trash. This plastic, you're meant to use it and throw it in the trash. So you don't introduce this kind of plastic to your microwave. It's very, very wrong to introduce this kind of plastic into your microwave. Like and share it out. Oh, thank you so much, Yagas in Dubai. Thank you. So this plastic is not something you introduce into your microwave. It's not something you pour your hot oil and you continue to reuse and reuse. This is carrying PET. Don't forget I said you could start emitting antimony, which could interfere with the hormones of your body. It could probably be carcinogenic, and that is why you shouldn't reuse and reuse this or even introduce this into your microwave. So I've gotten another bottle of water here, and this is also carrying PET. Can you see this? This is also carrying PET. This is also carrying PET. So this also is not meant to be reused or introduced into your microwave. When you use them, just squeeze and throw away. Okay, so let's go to number 2 now. Let's go to number 2 type of plastic. If you find a triangle with the number 2 under it, then it is number 2, and the bottle is known as Hdpe. Such a bottle is known as Hdpe or HDP. Hdpe or Hdpe, which is high density polyethylene. That is the meaning. High density polyethylene. So it could be HDP or HDPE. Now, this plastic is considered to be the good plastic. Yeah, plastic number 2 is actually the good plastic because it doesn't have as much emissions as the other types of chemicals used in the other bottles. So I hope you know that for every plastic you see is actually a combination of chemicals. Yes, every plastic you use is a combination of chemicals. So plastics with number 2, the chemicals that are used, they don't emit so much, they don't have much emission like the other types of plastics. Okay, so they don't have as much emission as the other type of chemicals used in the other bottles when in contact with water. So that's it for number 2. Let me check if I have number 2 here. All right, this is actually number 5. This is number 5. And let me check. You could just start checking the plastics in your house. This is actually number 5. I have a few plastics here anyway. This one is number 7. This one is number 7. So I'll be using this for number 7. These two are actually number 5. These two are number 5. Let me check this one. This one is baby's bottle. This one is, oh my God, I just hope I can see this now. I just hope I can see this now. I can't really see the name of this one. I can't really see the name of this one. This one is margarine. This one, there was margarine inside it. And this one is carrying number 5. A lot of plastics in my house are carrying number 5. And this one is also number 5. This one is also number 5. So I think the number 2 I have, yeah. Let me check for this. I actually prepared this cream for my baby myself. Yes, I mixed the cream together for my baby and I put them in this plastic. So let me check. Wow, this is number 2. So this is number 2, and this is a good type of plastic. This is a good type of plastic. I hope everyone can see it. Number 2, this is a good type of plastic. So where do we get to see those details about it? Yangas in Dubai is asking a researcher where she got the details. So I got the details from my research. Yangas in Dubai. Oh, Pamela's Cooking Channel, you're welcome. Happy weekend to you, Pamela's Cooking Channel. So we are talking about plastics today. A lot of people just introduce every plastic they have in their house into their microwave. A lot of people also reuse almost every plastic they have in their house. So today I'm trying to shed more light and trying to let everyone know that not every plastics in your house can be reused. Not every plastics in your house can be introduced into your microwaves. There are some plastics that immediately you use them, you trash them. And number 1 is this. This is PET. When you look at the bottom of your plastic, you will see a triangle there with the number of the plastic or the name of the plastic. So this plastic is carrying PET or PETE. All right, this one is actually number 5. I've seen the number of this one. This one is number 5. Now this one is PET. Yes, this one is PET. I saw it the other time. So this kind of plastic now, when you make use of it, you drink your water, you squeeze it and you throw it away. You throw it away. That is number 1. This one is also carrying PET. So this one too, something like this, bottle water, plastics for bottled water. When you are through with it, you throw it away. Don't put this kind of plastics in your microwave. Okay. Pamela's Cooking Channel is greeting Sarah King, and Sarah King is greeting Pamela's Kitchen Channel. Okay, so thank you so much for coming around. So no, we are done with number 1, and now we're in number 2. I said no, we have 7 types of plastic. We are now in number 2. Number 2 is called the good plastic. Yes, they are very good. I said for heavy plastic you see around, it's actually a combination of chemicals. It's a combination of chemicals. So the chemicals that are used for plastic number 2, they are called HDP or Hdpe plastics. They don't have much emissions as the other types of plastic. So this is actually the good type of plastic. This is the good type of plastic. Majority of our body creams are carrying number 2. Yes, majority of our plastics for body creams are carrying number 2. And that is actually the good type of, that is a good type of plastic. That is a good type of plastic. Maybe I should just quickly check another one. Maybe I should just quickly check another one. Wow, this is carrying number 1, and this is for hair oil, and it's carrying number 1, PET. Yeah, this is for my hair oil. The oil has finished. So this is carrying number 1. This is PET. This kind of plastic, when you are through with it, you trash it. So the oil inside has finished and is due to be trashed. Okay. So number 2 is the best type. And let's go to number 3. Number 3 is called the V or PVC. The P or V or PVC. You see that? I don't think I have this plastic in my house because this plastic is so dangerous. So it's the V or PVC. That is the number 3 type of plastic. This means that the bottle has 2 toxic chemicals. The bottle has 2 toxic chemicals that can both influence the hormones of the body, and unfortunately, PVC is the most used type of plastic around. Did you just hear that? Unfortunately, PVC is the most used type of plastic around, and it contains 2 toxic chemicals. So we need to be really careful of where we buy our stuff from, the plastic that are used, and try as much as possible to jot down 1 or 2 things, especially just note down the 7 types of plastic we have, and the ones that can be reused and the ones that cannot be reused, the ones that are not meant to be reused. So PVC, for example, is not even meant to be reused, put your food inside in the first place. But unfortunately, is the most used type of plastics around the world. That is PVC or V. That is number 3. So let's quickly go to number 4. We have 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Let's go to number 4 now. The number 4 type of plastic that we have is called the Ldpe plastics. Ldpe plastics. And they don't emit chemicals when used as water bottles. Wow. I think we should clap for number 4. Number 4 don't emit chemicals when they are used as water bottles. However, most of them are actually present in plastic bags. They are present in plastic bags. So Ldpe, that is a low density polyethylene. That's very good. They have low density polyethylene, and they don't really emit chemicals when you use them. And we find them around us as plastic bags. We find them around us as plastic bags. That is it for number 4. That is it for number 4. Okay, Pamela's cooking channel. All right, I will even be through before that time. I'll be through before that time. We are already in number, and we are going to number 5 now. We have 3 more left, 5, 6, 7, and then we call it a day. Okay, so let's go to number 5. Number 5 is the PP plastics. Number 5 is PP plastics, and they are also the good type of plastics. Yes, they are the good types. In fact, majority of the plastics in my house are number 5. Majority of them are number 5. They are recognizable because of their white color. At the same time, sometimes they are transparent, and they are common in cups of yogurt and syrup bottles. So number 5 is so common. Your yogurt bottles, your syrup bottles, your yogurt cups, syrup bottles, most of them are carrying number 5, and they are transparent. I showed you the other time. This one is carrying number 5. Yes, this is actually number 5. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Joyous Joyce. This is actually number 5 plastic. So number 5, this one is very good for you. It's also safe to use. This is also number 5. This is also number 5. So I've gotten quite a lot of number 5 in my house. This one is also number 5. This one is also number 5. This is for yogurt. Like I said, they are used in most of the yogurt cups and yogurt plastic. So all these are actually number 5. All these are number 5. All these are number 5. Okay, let me check this. This is number 7. So I'll be coming back to this. This is actually number 7. So that is it for number 5. Number 5, PP plastics. That is PP, polypropylene plastics. Are there plastics written for? Exactly, Pamela's kitchen channel. Pamela's cooking channel. There are plastics made. I'm going to get there very soon. There are plastics you can introduce into your microwave. I'm going to be answering your question very soon. So let's go to number 6. When I'm through with the 7, then I'll tell you those ones you can introduce into your microwaves. So we are in number 6 now. Number 6 plastics are called the PS. PS, known as polystyrene or styrofoam. Polystyrene or styrofoam. That is number 6 plastic. Number 6 plastics. And they emit what is called styrene. Did you just hear that? They emit a chemical called styrene, and this chemical is carcinogenic. This chemical is carcinogenic. You shouldn't introduce this kind of plastic into your microwave. Don't forget the same thing goes for number 1. You shouldn't introduce this type of plastic into your microwave. And the same thing goes to number 6. The same thing goes to number 6. I was trying to check my house if I could get number 6 plastic. I couldn't lay my hands on one. But if you have number 6 plastic in your house, please don't introduce them into your microwave. Yes, they they could emit styrenes. They are carcinogenic. Okay. So this plastic is used in fast food packaging as well as in coffee cups. Did you just hear that? They are used in fast food packaging as well as in coffee cups. So for people who really love to eat fast foods 4 times, 5 times in a week, always going to work with fast food, you are eating, check that plate if it has number 6. If it has number 6, then that plastic is, you are gradually killing yourself. That is just the right word to use. You are the one buying it, so you are the one gradually killing yourself. So lovers of fast food, here I am. I came for you now. I'm here for you, lovers of fast food. So always buying fast foods. A lot of their plates are carrying number 6, and number 6 plate is could be carcinogenic. So I've always been saying it over and over again. Try to prepare your meals at home yourself. Try to prepare your meals at home yourself. Even when you want to buy fast foods, it should be once in a while. It shouldn't be a regular thing. I just mentioned it now. Number 6 contains styrenes, and they are used in most fast food packaging, even in coffee cups. Those that like taking coffee outside. All right, so let's go to number 7. Someone has have a question for us. Let's go to number 7. Number 7, there are plastics with no labels. You don't even see any label. You don't see triangle with number 1 or number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. You don't get to see the name, whether it is PET or PT or PV or PP. They don't just write anything there. So in this category, they are called miscellaneous plastics. They are miscellaneous plastics. And they could be, you could just see something like PC under it, which is polycarbonate. Or you see something like polyacetide under it, polylactide. You could see polylactide under it. Okay, so you could just see polylactide under it, polylactide, or they just write polycarbonate, or they just write, you know, most of these nylons we use, nylons, fiberglass, they are actually the number 7. You understand? They are actually the number 7. Those nylons around you, fiberglass around you, or you just see a plastic, they write polycarbonate or they write polylactide. They are miscellaneous plastics, and you shouldn't trust plastics without labels. So when you see a plastic that doesn't have label, there's no number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You shouldn't introduce that plastic into your microwave. You shouldn't trust that kind of plastic. And at the same time, they often emit BPA. You understand? They often emit this substance BPA, which is a very harmful, is a very harmful chemical. So when you see a plastic without labels, please don't introduce it into your microwave. Most of them contains BPA, which is a chemical, a very harmful chemical. And unfortunately, PC plastics, that is polycarbonate plastics, are common in containers for food. Did you just hear that again? They are common in food containers, sports drink bottles, and worse even, infant bottles. Did you just hear that? Infant bottles, sports drink bottles, containers for food. Yeah, I have one right here with me. Can you see this? This is number 7 plastic. This is number 7. I have under it nature works compostable. This plastic, can you see it? You should not never introduce this kind of plastic into your microwave. This kind of plastic, you should never introduce it into your microwave. A lot of people go for occasions and you come back home with this kind of plastics. Yes, they are everywhere. People use them to serve when they have occasions, whichever celebration. Can you see this plastic? It's a plastic that when you use, you throw away. It's not a plastic you keep at home and then you continue to put red oil, palm oil, or you continue to introduce into your microwave. This is a good example of number 7 plastic. So they are common in food containers, sports drink bottles, and even infant bottles. Infant bottles. So if your bottle has number 2, number 4, or number 5, you shouldn't worry at all. Now I'm answering your question, Pamela's cooking channel. If your plastic has number 2, number 4, or number 5, you don't have any cause to worry. But if it is labeled 1, 3, 6, or 7, 1, 3, 6, or 7, you are exposing yourself to dangerous chemicals these plastics emit. So when you reuse or you introduce into your microwaves plastics with number 1, with number 3, with number 6, with number 7, you are exposing yourself to the chemicals that these plastics emit. But when you use 2, 4, 5, then you are actually good to go. So I have actually answered your question now, Pamela's cooking channel. Yes, so 1, 3, 6, 7 is a no-go area. 2, 4, 5, then you are good to go. Now, number 2 can be used in microwave. Number 2 specifically, I said number 2 are the good type of plastic. They can be used in your microwave. And like I said, most of our body creams are carrying. Number 2 is just this kind of plastic, this is actually number 2. So any plastic that has this kind of quality, any plastic with this kind of quality bearing number 2 can be used in your microwave. And if you don't want to use plastic, maybe you don't have number 2 at home, or you don't even have time to be checking, is it number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7? It's better you use ceramic. When you want to make use of your microwave, it's better you use ceramic, or you use glass, or you use plastic wraps or plastic containers that are labeled as microwave safe. There are some plastic wraps, plastic containers that are actually labeled underneath. You just check below, you will see that word microwave safe. So you could actually use them. You understand? You could even go for your shopping and buy them in particular for your microwave. You understand? So anytime you want to make use of your microwave, you just pour your food or your drink inside those kind of containers and use them in your microwave. I think that is actually the best. So there are plastic containers and plastic wraps that you will find that word microwave safe underneath. They are the best to use. They are actually labeled as microwave safe or heat resistant. So when you see that word heat resistant, or you see that word microwave safe, or heat resistant, those kind of plastics can be introduced into your microwaves. Or if you have plastics with number 2 at home, number 2 is Hdpe or Hdpe. So if you don't see that name, you could see that labeling Hdpe. You could actually use them also for your microwave. So heat resistant, microwave safe, number 2, or you go for glass or your ceramic when you want to make use of your microwave. So Never eat, please listen to this, to this information. Never eat or store your food in plastic containers that were not intended for food. If there is a plastic container that is not intended for food, don't eat your food with such containers, and don't store your food with such containers. Yes, there's any plastic container around you, it's not intended for food. Don't use it to eat your food, and don't use it to store your food. At the same time, do not insert leaded glasses or crystal cups. Don't introduce crystal cups or leaded glasses, glasses with lead. You understand? Lead, Lead. So don't introduce leaded glasses or crystal cups into your microwave. Crystal cups, glasses with leaded glasses, don't introduce them into your microwave. So when you are introducing plastics with number 1, 3, 6, 7, then you are slowly killing yourself. Plastics could be slowly killing you that way. That is actually the topic for today. I'm rounding up already now. So when you are using these plastics, 1, 3, 6, 7, overusing, reusing, even to the extent of introducing to your microwave, the plastics could be killing you slowly. And I know you don't want to die young. You want to live long. You want to live long, so go for the good plastics. Go for number 2, go for number 5. Number 2, number 5. Those number 7, they don't have any name. Some of them are, could emit chemicals. So be careful with number 7. But number 2, number 5, and then plastics with heat resistant or microwave safe can be introduced into your microwave. So any question for me before I call it a day? Any question for me? Pamela's Cooking Channel, Sarah King Kitchen, Joyous Joyce Uzoma, everyone watching me. Any question before I call it a day? Please, if you are watching this repeat broadcast, don't forget to like the stream, Leave your comments with me also in the comment section. If you have any question that has to do, so we want to leave that. If you have any question that has to do with this topic, or you want me to take any topic, there's any topic you like me to take, please let me know in the comment section. And if you have any question as regards this topic, kindly let me know also in the comment section. And if you have any comment generally on this topic, let me know in the comment section. And also feel free to share this video, share with your friends, share with your families. And if you are watching this broadcast and are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly consider to press that subscribe button and also press that notification bell and press the word all so that you could get all notifications anytime I upload. I have learned a lot today. Thank you. Thank you, Pamela's Cooking Channel. Got to be careful with the use of plastics. Exactly. That is just the message. You've got to be careful, especially those ones that don't even have any name. You get a plastic, there's no name, there's no number, then that plastic, oh, you should be careful. Oh, Lady D, pretty gold. Thank you for coming around. Lady Pretty Good, I've just come to the end of the stream. I've just come to the end of the stream, Lady Pretty Good. Please, you can just watch the repeat broadcast, okay? I really appreciate your coming. You've taken time to talk about plastics and those particular ones that you can use and reuse, and they are good for you. And we've also mentioned the ones that you shouldn't reuse, because while you keep on reusing them, you are exposing yourself to chemicals. So, and that way you could be killing yourself slowly. So, thank you so much for coming around, Lady D, Pretty Gold. Thank you. We are rounding up already. So, any question for me before we call it a day? And thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. So any question for me before I call it a day? Like I was saying, if you are here to subscribe to my channel and you're watching this live stream, please consider to subscribe, press the like button. And if you also like to support my channel financially, please check that join button. Please join my membership. if you would like to support this channel financially. I am checking some bottles, they don't have any numbers. Those are dangerous. Exactly, yes, those bottles that don't have any number, please don't introduce them into your microwave. And if you could actually dispose them, if you can dispose them, that would be actually good. If you want to dispose them, fine. If you don't want to dispose them, please don't introduce them into your microwaves, and don't put your hot food inside those kind of plastic. Don't put anything hot. Don't put anything hot inside those plastic. They don't have any name. Don't trust them. So don't put anything hot inside, and don't introduce them to your microwaves. Don't introduce them to your microwave. So thank you so much. That's from Sarah King Kitchen. Any other comments before we call it a day? Yeah. Any other comment? Any other question? Lady Pretty Go, thank you. I really appreciate your coming, but unfortunately, I'm rounding off. I mentioned 7 types of plastic. Number one, there are plastics that you use and you throw away. This is number one. It's carrying the name PET. So when you use this kind of plastic, you don't reuse it. You throw it away. Number two is the good type of plastic. And this is an example of number two. Can you see number two plastic? These plastics are very good. I'm trying to paraphrase because of Lady Pretty Good. So these plastics carrying number two, or you see Hdpe or Hdpe, they are very good. Number three is V or PVC. Those plastics are not good. You don't cook, you don't put your food in those kind of plastics. You don't use those kind of plastics. And you even find them around. Please don't use them to cook. Number three. Number four is Ldpe plastics. They don't emit chemicals, okay? But you find them in form of plastic bags. So that is for number four. They have low density polyethylene. Number five are the PP plastics, and they are also the good. And like I said, almost every plastic in my house is carrying PP. This one is carrying PP. This one is also carrying PP. They are very good. They are the good type of plastics. Number six is PS. They emit styrenes, which is carcinogenic. And unfortunately, they are used in most fast food. So when you go to fast food and they are serving you with a plastic carrying number six, know that you are actually killing yourself slowly. And number seven, they don't have any labels. Some of them you could just see polylactide under it, or you see polycarbonate under it. You don't trust those kind of plastics. Don't put your food inside. Don't use them for microwaves. The plastics that are safe for microwaves are number two, number five, and there are plastics. There are some plastics you will see they are going to write under it that it is microwave safe or it is heat resistant. You can use those type of plastics in your microwave. And like I said, number seven are used in, a lot of food containers. I showed you number seven. This is number seven. This kind of plastic, you don't reuse it. You don't put it in your microwave. You don't reuse it. A lot of us know this. A lot of us are familiar with this plastic. Number seven. You have number seven in your house, go and throw it away. Go and trash this plastic if you have it in your house. So you want to use your microplastics in microwave, go for number two or number five, or you check the label beneath whether it is heat resistant or it is microwave safe. There are glasses you could use in your microwave. You could use ceramics, but don't use glasses with lead. Don't use leaded glasses, and don't put crystal cups into your microwave. So thank you everyone for coming around. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. I'll be expecting to see your comments. Thank you so much. I wish you all a happy weekend. A happy weekend to every one of you. Thank you. I can see you all. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for coming around. So see you during the week. Yes, I upload during the week. Upload on Tuesdays and on Thursdays, and I go live every Saturday. So I upload Tuesday evenings, Thursday evenings, and I go live every Saturday. So it's 1 p.m. every Saturday, 1 p.m. and before 2 p.m. we are through. 1 p.m. Europe time. Here we have plastic for microwave, not ordinary one. German Naija TV. So you have actually been there all this while, or you are just coming because I'm rounding up the stream already. Thank you for coming around, German Naija TV. Here we have plastic for microwave, not ordinary one. Yes, that's what I said the other time. When you go for your shopping, you could just get a particular one for microwave. You will see that what microwave safe under the plastic, or you see heat resistant. They are, you can use them for your microwave. They safe for you. With the chemicals will not just leach into your food, and then you expose yourself into carcinogenic agents. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up, German Niger. I'm rounding up the stream now. Have a great weekend. Yes, Sarah Kitchen, have a great weekend. I upload every Tuesday evening, Thursday evening, and I go live every Saturday, 1 p.m. Europe time. But next week, I'm going to be having a premiere instead of a live stream. Yes, next week, Saturday, I'm not going to be going live. I have a program, so I'm going to be having a premiere. Yeah, instead of going live, I'll be premiering around 3 p.m. next week, Saturday. So I'm not going to be going live next week. I'll be having a premiere and I'll be waiting to see you by 3 p.m. at my premiere. So thank you, everyone. I wish you a great weekend. Thanks for watching and bye for now. Bye, everyone. Pamela's Cooking, Ldpe Pretty Girl, German Naija, Sarah Kitchen, and everyone who came to spend time with me here. Bye bye. Yangas in Dubai. Thank you, everyone, for the thumbs up and for sharing me out. Thank you, Joyous Joyce Uzoma. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, no more questions, no more comments. Have a great weekend. Okay, you too. Have a great weekend. Bye.